being the last speaker, I think you can understand my position, and as because I can understand your position. So, and most of the topics that has been uh, told by the other speakers are very very prudent and very very knowledge based, and obviously my talks were also scheduled on that. But as because the technologies are different and technologies has been elaborated to you by different speakers before me, I think I would like to tell you to concentrate on the Ministry of Power circular that was shown by Mr. Durgesh about the prospects of futuristic battery technology trends and futuristic businesses, because I can understand that you all are belong to the PDCL, most of them, most of you, I think you are all from PDCL, no? I think, and your business basically is based on coal and many most of the times, and also some little bit part of from I think hydro. So solar is also there, but not that much. But as because solar will be coming up to you in very faster rate in coming days, I think it will be very much prudent for you to get you self accommodated or get yourself customized with the solar PV technologies and obviously battery technologies. Now the battery technologies have been told to you, but there are different business models that will come up with you, for you, and has to be adapted by you. And what are those business models? Because these days in your generation business, you are been forced to participate in the auction of power, and then that power is sold. So you have to only participate in the auction and you sell your power to different discos, and then they sell it to the customer. Now when this solar business will come up with battery technologies, what will be the prospects of that business? That is very interesting. You know that the prosumers are coming up very fast these days, and how this prosumers business can come up very fast, and whether WBPDCL will be allowed to participate in the prosumer business. Prosumers not in the sense of a small household, but prosumers in the sense of a community storage type of businesses, or prosumers in the sense of grid discipline or voltage regulation. Whether you will be allowed to participate in that business, that has to be thought of, because Ministry of Power in their 2022 notification has allowed some businesses from the generation companies as regards storage is concerned. So I'll request you all to go through the notification Mr. Durgesh has pointed out, because that you all are being young, and apart from base load, the prospect of coal is not that much I can see for in coming 10-15 years. So how this battery and battery business and how the renewable based businesses can be integrated into the main focus of WPDCL will be a very very interesting topic that I encourage you to discuss among yourself and to understand how you can participate, because you can participate in many forms. Because say you have the lithium technologies, or say you have the NAS technologies that is well developed with you, means you can procure the battery and you can store, say, in the grid form and also in the microgrid form or in the nanogrid form, storage capacity. But how the business will be accomplished, that has to be thought of much more years ago, when the necessity will arise. And as because as has been shown to you by Mr. Durgesh, that um, uh, the the required materials, we are not that much, India is not that much strong in that ore, basic ores, like China or other countries are very strong in that basic ores. Now we are going, whether we are going to be dependent on batteries whose basic materials are not available in the country, and then what will be the problem that we can face when this type of technologies will be carried away with much faster rate, and if that has been introduced into our grid system or into our local distribution system, that has also to be thought of. Means because I want to tell you, when the materials are not with us but we have the technologies, and if that batteries are there, and if the countries where from we will be importing that materials, for say we are producing that batteries here, whether we will be, whether we'll get into any sort from any sort of problem, that has sort I think we have to think of it. I am not against the battery technologies. It is there, it will be there, but also as regards the country's energy sustainability is concerned, and as regards the competitiveness of India in the global domain is concerned, and as I am repeating you, and we are not that much good producer of the cores or the materials that is required for this type of battery technologies. How to think of to make ourselves stronger, that we have to think again and again and again. So battery technologies, as has been told you, we have many different types of technologies. You know, one scientist, Professor Goodenough, who is around 100 years of age, has developed this Li-ion lithium-ion batteries, and that lithium-ion batteries has strong, though it is bit costly, but it has got its development in very faster form. Many types of like cobalt, manganese, iron that have been introduced into the layer structure, and the energy densities has been increased, that you all know, most of you all know, and also pointed out by the other speakers. But my objective is to sustain WBPDCL engineers in the energy business, because this storage is required, there is no doubt of it, because we have been forced that the energy we have to consume very quickly, as because it is not like an potato or tomato which you can cold store and can sell at the time of profit. It was like that, but when the storage facilities is coming up very fast, whether we can play a good business with the storage facility, that has to be conceptualized before you think anything extra. So with that, you know, the how the battery backups look like. That is, I think most of the engineers know what is there inside. You all know that you have the inverters, the transformers, the thermal management things, and also in many cases you have the grid integration items with the battery, and then you know what are the different material based technologies, you all know. And then I have told you to concentrate mainly on the business side, because we all are engineers, we are application oriented person, we are not that scientist who will be developing the materials to give it a proper shape into a storage facility, and then that facility being utilized as an item for our energy business. So I think these different types of business models, like prosumers based models, grid disciplines models, models belonging to your disco and the transmission company based on battery, then your battery, you know, can be utilized for your voltage regulation, your frequency regulation, then arbitrage. There are different type of business prospects that is already there. Your I think other speakers has also shown you what is the way to do that business, what is the way to do that thing. But as you are all young, I have many students also from my university. I would request you to think how these battery technologies can be put into WBPDCL's business prospect, so that WBPDCL can sustain, say, for coming 100 years. That should be the main objective. So once you know the technology, you should think of your bread and butter, how the technologies can be incorporated into your business domain. That will be the, I think, will be the main objective of an engineer, because we all do energy economics, and you all should do it, you should know it. And I think you can take the materials from Mr. Durgesh and the other speakers, and also from me. I do not know what happened to my laptop, because it was functioning also. So I think as being the last speaker, I should not waste too much of time, because what I have extra to show it to you, the different business model. Other things has already been shown to you by the different speakers. So we can discuss if you want. I'm a professor very close by. Our second campus is located, the Jadavpur University second campus is located just around 100 meters from this building. If you want, you can come anytime to my department to discuss, or you can write to me. For today, I conclude over here, and I thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.